There we go, that's 3 and 4 done. Gonna have the calf gel now. Let's wrap it up with 5 and 6. The Achilles is a bit sore. So good morning and welcome to another long run video. 6 weeks to go until London Marathon, which is absolutely crazy. So what is on the cards today? Well, I've got 75 minutes moderate. And what I plan to do with that is kind of do a bit of an out and back because then I've got 6 by 3 on 3 off. And I want to do those on the industrial estate where it's quite flat. So I'm going to probably head out for sort of 40 minutes out and then 35 back. That will bring me to the top of the industrial estate back this side, and then I'll go up and down to do the intervals. After I've done those, I'll wrap things up with sort of 34 minutes of moderate to take it up to 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think it's 2 hours and 20 minutes, somewhere around there. So what am I going to be fueling with? I'm going to be fueling with two Mortons an hour, instead of doing the new 160 gel both occasions, which would get me around 80 grams of carbs. What I've been finding the last 2 weeks, and I've been trying that, is towards the end of the run I've been feeling quite sick. My body's obviously not quite at the point where it wants to take on 80 grams. It needs a bit more practice. So I'm going to be taking on a normal one and then a big one, which will get me 65 grams of carbs an hour, which, do you know what, if I can just nail that in training and feel happy with that, that'd be great, because that'd be still more than what I got in Newport, because I was just taking on 2-ish of those normal size gels with about 40 grams of carbs per hour there. So if I can get the 60, that'd be great. So I'm going to be testing that out today. And then I've got 2 shots of the Ketone IQ once again in the soft flask. So I'll be using that. It's very similar points to the last run, which was probably around 45-50 minutes into the run and then about an hour and a half. Just to keep the mind sharp, I found it really worked last week, so I'm keen to give it another go again. I fueled this morning just with a piece of bread and chocolate spread on it. Had that about an hour ago, that's it. And I'm going to have a gel now 10 minutes before I get out, just to simulate race day, because that's what I'll be doing on race day. And then we're going to get moving. Alright, so here we go. Let's embark on this journey together. 75 minutes moderate. That's all I'm thinking about for the moment. Weather has been really nice this week, but today it has gone to the dogs. We have wind hitting me in the face coming up this way, so it'll be tailwind when we get back going that way, slapping me in the side of the face right now this way, and a bit of rain and a bit of cold, and I've had my hair cut and everything's freezing, but we shall hopefully survive today. Went to the doctors. If you saw the training series video towards the end, I put little notes on screen. They have a winter respiratory clinic, and so I thought, do you know what, get down there, get your chest checked, and it was all clear. They just said you got a bit of laryngitis, which is where your windpipe is inflamed from the virus and coughing and stuff, which is why it hurts so much when you're breathing hard. Why I struggled on the session, I think. The pain to the top of the lungs here up into my windpipe was just, oh, and it's quite sore now, to be honest, but it's better than what it was for sure. So that's put my mind at rest. So the goal today now is just to come out here, relax a bit, run and get the job done. So I'm pretty much 4 miles in now, and about another, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to the turnaround where we'll spin and come back. Feeling a bit delicate this morning, I think that's the best word to describe it. Throat is a bit sore. I'm noticing when I come up these hills and I breathe a bit harder, or the wind's in my face and I'm breathing that deep into my throat, it's stinging. So I can't say I'm looking forward to the intervals. I'll give a couple a go. I'd rather just complete 2 hours 20 without intervals if it's too painful. but we'll see. I'll take it obviously each rep at a time, but I'm just, I think, releasing the video on Saturday that I did about accepting I can't keep pushing. I've just kind of eased off a bit today and I'm just running, and it feels a little bit mentally better that I'm running to my shape rather than trying to go, oh, you ran a 240 last time, so really you should be fitter this time. So I'm just gonna hope that that mindset gets me to London where I can just run it, run strong, have fun and not do too much damage. I just got to think about the rest of the year now. So yeah, I'm not going to say I'm enjoying this, but I'm feeling a bit better that I am running to what I feel is comfortable rather than what I think I should be running. Turn around just like 2 weeks ago, 6:54 per mile, nearly 40 minutes, back the other way. Okay, so about 55 minutes into this now, getting close to the intervals. A quick word on Ketone IQ. They're not sponsoring this video, but I had a meeting with them on Thursday via Zoom to give them some feedback, because obviously they've sent me this stuff to test, to get feedback. No money exchange or anything, just how are you getting on with it? And I gave them my honest feedback. I said it was really good. There are some situations where it's working better than others. And so those scenarios are: get up first thing in the morning, no fuel. The runs that I get out of bed and go, that's when I find them to be the most effective. Unlike days gone by, I actually feel fueled when I run and my brain is sharp, other than foggy and feeling a bit bleh. The other scenario is the long run. When I have breakfast in my shot, you kind of feel the mental clarity, but because you've had breakfast, you're fueled, like this morning. But it was on the run last week where I was like baffled as to how good I felt. Like now, I had that shot about 5 minutes ago. Boom, I'm in the moment. I'm here, I'm now. I know what I'm doing. Whereas before, I was feeling a bit delicate, was I think the word I used. Excuse me. And the third one was my session day, and that's where I found it to be the least effective, because I just had it with my breakfast, not before the run, which is probably when I should have had it. And so when you have it with food, although you feel mentally sharp, I'm already fueled. So I said to them, it was what it was then. So I found it to be the most beneficial early mornings, no fuel, and on the long runs during. And I said to them, from the handful of comments I got on the video about it, it was quite a clear divide of nah, not for me, or interesting, just a little bit expensive, which I understand. I got sent them for free, which I extremely appreciate, but they are expensive. So they said, well, how about we give you a 30% discount code, so that if people do want to try it, they can, and they get 30% off. So I said that'd be wonderful. If there are any of you out there that are curious, you need to buy a 1 month subscription, which you can cancel at any time. So effectively you buy a 1 month subscription and then you cancel it straight away. But if you use the link below, or FOD30, you get 30% off. So for those of you who are curious, and want a good discount, it's there. For those of you who are not interested, that is absolutely fine. I'm leaving it below in amongst the links with all the other discounts. All right, 71 minutes in, so 4 minutes to go, and I'm just approaching the top of the estate. 6.53 per mile seems to be what we're settling at, which is probably the slowest moderate section of any long run I've done in this block. I said at the start, I've taken the pressure off, I'm running to what feels okay, and now I got a ketone shot in and a couple of gels, I feel a bit more human, a bit less delicate. So we're going to take these 3-minute reps 2 at a time. Let's get 2 done, see how we feel, try and cross this busy road. Here we go, 6.52 per mile is the number. Let's get the first one done. So there we go, first 2 done. 5.39 for the first one, 5.49 for the second. I was 5.37 until 2 minutes 15 into that. Had to hop on the pavement, and always, guarantee you always, where the GPS goes wrong, my watch went haywire. So I'd say I probably ran faster on that second one than the first. I'm not going to trust that reading. That's my excuse anyway. Floating well, on to the third. There we go, that's 3 and 4 done. Gonna have the calf gel now, both in the 5.30s. Very happy with that. I knew that second one was dodgy GPS. Yeah, let's wrap it up with 5 and 6. There we go, 5 and 6 done. Again, 5.30s. Really happy with that, although the Achilles is a bit sore. So what do I mean by Achilles tightness? Well, I think I mentioned in a couple of videos this week, or last week I should say, the Vaporfly 3 really aggravated my plantar fascia after last weekend's 16 miles at marathon pace. And last week I've just been dealing with a bit of a tight calf, Achilles, plantar fascia. I've been doing some work with the massage gun, the Pure Sport balm, the foam roller, and I found 2 or 3 hot spots on my right leg, especially down the outside, that are really tight, and when I work on those it relieves the pressure on the Achilles. So I think there's a whole lower leg thing going on. And I did a lot of work yesterday, and I came out here today pain free, and I was like, yes, okay, we're getting to the bottom of it. But just towards the end there, in that 4th and 5th and 6th interval, when I picked up the pace, it's just started to pinch a bit, get a bit sore. So I think the best thing for me to do is to not do the 30 moderate. I'm about 10 minutes from home, which is going to take the run to 2 hours anyway, but I don't want to risk making anything worse. One of those ones that I'm going to keep working through, keep massaging, foam rolling, muscle balm, blah blah blah, do all of that stuff, and see if it's something that's manageable. If it gets to the point where I've got to take a few days off, then I will. Last week was fine, really. It was only after a couple of runs where it was sore, but again, after working on it that evening, it was fine for the next day. It's just something that I'm aware of, and although I'm coming off the back of a week where I've had a workout that's not gone well, I'm reflecting on today going, although you ran the slowest moderate 75 you have all block, those reps are all in the 5:30s, and it's pretty darn windy today. So I'm not going to complain, I'm not going to grumble. I'm going to be banking 2 hours. I'm going to have run around about 65-ish miles this week, which is good. 66, the highest so far. So yeah, all in all, it's been a good day. Just need to keep an eye on this one. So would I call that a failure? Probably not. I still got the bulk of the run done, but it is frustrating that for one reason or another run has been cut short due to something, whether it's illness, a cough, Achilles. Either way, quick update on the Achilles. It's fine. It's just what I've noticed now, the pattern is it's just sore when there's pressure on the back of it. So if I walk around barefoot, it's fine. Even if I jog barefoot, it's fine. But if a shoe's quite tight around the Achilles, and if there's quite a lot of padding, I'm finding some shoes to be more aggravating than others. The next percent too is obviously that bumper padding around the Achilles. As I was picking up the pace and it was rubbing a bit more, that was obviously where it was. I'm walking around in the Max 6 right now, which there should be a review coming soon later this week, hopefully. Laces undone, it's a lot more comfortable, so hopefully that will just be something that we manage. But yeah, just another one cut short for another reason. So I'll wrap it there because I know this video's long, but I guess we got it banked, and still 66 miles for last week. This week is going to be slightly different. I am definitely easing off the gas, letting this second virus go through me before I really kickstart again. I'll just remind you, if you want to try the HVMN Ketone IQ stuff, do check out the link below, and of course the Say Sky FOD 15 gets you 15% off, and of course there are other links in the description below for discounts for you if you fancy anything down there. That's it from me today though, guys. Appreciate your support. We'll keep going, 6 weeks to London. If you enjoyed the video, do give it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content. I'll see you on the next one.